Good morning, guys, and a very warm welcome to today's session. So, some of you have already joined us here. Bishnu, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Guys, please share the stream once with your friends also so that they know that the class has started, right? Bishnu, Pallavi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. So, today's session, as you know, is based on high level puzzles, right? So, yesterday we had part one. Today we will be having part two here. Dukhiyatma, good morning here. Good morning, everyone. So, chalo, let's quickly start off with the session here. Before starting off with the session, let's quickly go through the ongoing courses right now. So, we have your complete reasoning modular course for you guys. So, if you have any doubts in reasoning section, if reasoning is the point where you are not able to score well, this course will help you out with every possible doubt, be it your prelims level or your mains level. So you can avail it right now at a discounted price. Please do not forget to use the coupon code Nikita, right? So get the maximum discount using the coupon code Nikita. The validity for this particular course is 6 months. So do check it out. Also, we have another course for your RRB PO mains and your clerk mains, right? So this is a complete crash course with live practice sessions, live sessions, general awareness, computer awareness, everything will be included in here. This is available in English as well as in Hindi. Do check it out. Again, use the coupon code Nikita to avail the maximum discount, right? Also, we have one more batch for you, that is your SBI PO selection batch 4. So this is a complete batch with prelims, mains and the access to the mock test. So do check it out. Avail the discount using the coupon code Nikita. Okay, so do not forget to use the coupon code Nikita to buy anything on Oliveboard, be it your test series, be it your mock test series or your course here or the subscription of Edge, right? Anything you want to purchase, do not forget to use the coupon code Nikita, that is NIKITA, right? So, chalo, let's quickly start today's session. The first question is there on your screen. Now, this is based on a scheduling, right? So, you can see this is a slot based question, not a very difficult one, I'll say. Yes, this is a like 6 to 8 minutes is one puzzle for pre-level. Okay. Ma'am, I'm not able to score well in reasoning section. I usually take a lot of time in puzzles here. Okay, in prelims level puzzles here, Bonadi is saying. So, if you are not able to solve it, that means we need to practice more. Dekho, there is no shortcut to solve any puzzle, right? Maybe it is applicable on one particular puzzle, but it will not be applicable on all the puzzles. The only thing that you need to understand is how to connect the points there, right? What are the common variables that you have? How do you connect the points there? What should be the starting statement? And that comes with practice only. So practice on a daily basis. Practice 7 to 8 good puzzles on a daily basis with the timer on. Put a timer on. You'll see when you do it with the timer, the speed will automatically increase. Your timing will be reduced. Okay, so timer के साथ करो, make the cases simultaneously if you are taking your prelims, if you are talking about your prelims type questions. So do check it out. एक बार timer के साथ solve करने की आदत डाल के देखो, maybe it will help. Adi, right? Good morning everyone. Gayatri, Vinod, Ramya, Riya, Shubhojit, Sujata, Sakshi. Good morning everyone. Chalo. So let's quickly have a look at this particular question. Try this out guys. जल्दी से इसको चेक करो. Good morning, Nagaraju. 3 more. Yes, that's right. So you have to take tragedy movie was 3 more than the slot number. So that's like 1 plus 4, 1 comma 4, 2 comma 5, right? So you have to add 3 to the slot number. Okay. कहाँ से स्टार्ट करना है मैम? देखो शुरू से कर लो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, केसेस बनाने पड़ेंगे यहाँ पर. यू कैन सी दैट देयर इज नॉट अ वेरी मच कनेक्टिविटी, तो जो भी कनेक्टिविटी मिल रहा है वो एक बार चेक करना. ठीक है मैम, प्लीज चेक योर टेलीग्राम. एब्सोल्युटली भार्गव, डू ड्रॉप मी अ मैसेज अगेन. मे बी आई हैव मिस्ड योर प्रॉब्लम हियर. जो भी आपने शायद भेजा हो तो उसको फिर से एक बार हाय या हेलो भेज देना, तो आई चेक इट आउट. राइट, मे बी थोड़ा नीचे चला गया हो. ओके Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's try to complete this question together. Not a very difficult one, guys. Now, this question based on slots is on the easier side of slots, right? So this is not a very difficult one, not the very typical type of question where you have to find the slot timings. Because once you find one slot timing, others can be easily found out, because here the slot timing is a fixed one. That is 3 hour slot, right? So everything here is of 3 hours. So if you are finding the slot of one particular movie, the other can be found out very easily. Okay, so let's quickly check how to complete this question. So this is given here. 6 movies were scheduled to be shown in a theater in different slots. All the movies were shown in 3 hour slot in a continuous manner. That is, there was no gap between two slots. For example, if a movie was shown in the 2 to 5 p.m. slot, then the next movie will be 5 to 8 p.m. and so on. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? We have continuous slots, consecutive slots है यहाँ पर 3-3 घंटे के. अगर एक आपका 5 बजे खत्म हो रहा है तो नेक्स्ट जो मूवी है वो 5 से 8 चलेगी, फिर 8 से 11 चलेगा. इस तरह से you have to make your consecutive slots such that there is no gap between the slots here. Okay, and the slot numbers are given 1 to 6. मतलब जो पहली मूवी दिखाई गई वो slot number 1 में है. The next movie was in slot number 2. The third movie is in slot number 3 and so on till slot number 6. और सबका एक डिफरेंट जॉनर है, रोमांटिक, थ्रिलर, सो ऑन, सब कुछ मेंशन्ड है. तो चलो जल्दी से शुरू करते हैं. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हमने एक टेबल बना रखा है 1 to 6. ये आपका स्लॉट नंबर है, राइट? सो दिस इज योर स्लॉट नंबर हियर. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द फर्स्ट हिट. The horror movie had a slot number twice as that of the movie E. E and D were shown at a gap of 3 slots. ठीक है, तो इसको चेक करते हैं कैसे करना है. Horror movie has twice the slot number as movie E. मान लो ये horror है, ठीक है. If this is horror, it is twice as that of E. So you can see E will be 1 here because horror is 2. So horror is twice. That means horror has to be an even value. So horror is twice as that of E. और E और D के बीच में 3 स्लॉट्स है. सो 1 2 3, दिस इज योर D हियर. सिमिलरली कहाँ और हॉरर आ सकता है? मान लो हॉरर को हमने यहाँ रखा, ठीक है, तो E कहाँ जाएगा? E यहाँ पर आ जाएगा. अब D कहाँ आएगा? 1 2 3, ये आपका D हो जाएगा. अब मान लो अगर आपने हॉरर को 6 पे रखा, राइट? इफ यू प्लेस योर हॉरर एट 6, then your E will be there at what? That is at third position. Now when your E is at third position, you will not be able to place your D at a gap of 3. ना ऊपर जगह है ना नीचे जगह है, D को place नहीं कर पाओगे, मतलब horror cannot be slot number 6, right? That is not a possibility. So you can see we are getting 2 cases for your horror E and D. Okay, I hope this is clear till here. Now let's see whatever is given. Now we have movies E and D were shown at a gap of 3 slots. That is done here. The slot number of tragedy movie was 3 more than slot number 12 p.m. onwards, right? So जो भी 12 p.m. onwards है उसमें हम 3 add करेंगे. So we will be getting the slot number for tragedy. So that means if let's say 12 p.m. movie, the movie that is 12 to 3, if it is your slot number 1, then the tragedy will be slot number 4. If 12 p.m. movie is slot number 2, then the tragedy movie will be slot number 5 and so on. ठीक है, इस तरह से करेंगे. ओके, लेट्स चेक. शंकर ने आंसर दे दिया है, एक बार चेक करेंगे. ओके, वी आर हैविंग एन आंसर हियर. Is everybody getting the same answer or do we have another answer? Satyabrata also has completed. Do mention your answer, Satyabrata. So please let me know what do you get here. ठीक है, शंकर एक बार चेक करेंगे, शायद थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ है. चेक करते, ठीक है. सो यू कैन सी दीज आर द 2 पॉसिबल केसेस. आगे चेक करते क्या दे रखा है. Okay, so he is getting A, E, B, C, F, D. Yes, that's the right answer, Satyabrat. So that's absolutely right here. Okay, so you should be getting the same answer as what Satyabrat has mentioned here. So do check it out. So let's have a look at this one. Slot number of tragedy, right? So let's write it down. That tragedy has to be 3 more than. Slot number of tragedy is 3 more than the one that is 12 to 3. Okay. Now F and tragedy movie were shown in consecutive slots, so that means they are in one after the other. Okay. From 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. absolutely that's the right answer. From 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. the movie slots will be there. Now we know F and tragedy are in consecutive slots. There are two slots between comedy and thriller. The comedy movie was shown before thriller movie and none of them was first movie to be shown. Okay, so what is given here? We should have two movie slots between your comedy and thriller. So in the first case, where can we have comedy and thriller? Because comedy cannot be at first position, that is already mentioned. So you can see comedy will be this one. Okay, and 1, 2, this will be your thriller here. Okay, this is the possibility of this comedy and thriller. In the second case, you can see we can have two possibilities. We'll check it out. What are the possibilities in here? So you can see that comedy can be here because first is not allowed to be comedy. So this can be comedy. This can be thriller. Okay. And another possibility is that this is comedy here and this is thriller because we have two slots between comedy and thriller. Right, so you can see these are the three cases that we are getting right now. Okay, so comedy was shown before thriller, neither of them was the first movie to be shown. B was the suspense movie, तो B जो है वो suspense movie है. So in the first case you can see that B suspense will be here only. This is the only possibility. Okay, in the second case B suspense can be 1 or B suspense can be 3. Right. Similarly, in the third one, B suspense can be there in the first one or B suspense can be there in the fifth one. Let's try to place this tragedy now because tragedy has to be 3 more than the 12 p.m. slot. Okay. So, in the first case where we will have tragedy, you can see tragedy will be this one. Okay. This is your tragedy and this one, that is if this is 5, that means 12 p.m. will be the second slot. Okay. So, this will be 12 to 3. Similarly, in the second case, you will see that tragedy will be this one and your 12 p.m. slot will be this one, that is this is 12 to 3. In the third one, you will see that tragedy will be here and because this is 5, 2 will be 12 to 3, right? So, this is your 12 to 3. Now, what was given here? Slot number of tragedy movie was 3 more than this one and F and tragedy movie were shown in consecutive slots. So F and tragedy should be consecutive. In the first case you can see F will be this one, in this F will be this one and here also F will be this one. Okay. Now let's try whatever is given here. A and C were not shown consecutively, right? So A and C cannot be shown consecutively. You will see in the first case either A and C will be here only. These are the two possible cases for A and C, but they will be consecutive in any manner. Whether you take it for horror or whether you take it for comedy, A and C will come to be on consecutive slots, right? So that is why the first one will not be right answer here. Let's check out the second and third. Okay, second or third check karte. You have to place your S comedy, right? Now let's, not S comedy. You have to take a B suspense, right? So if B suspense, let's assume if you place your B suspense on the first slot, you will see that A and C will be coming in 3 and 4, right? Because you are taking B suspense on the first one. So you can see that that will not be giving you the right answer. So you have to take your B suspense here. So this is your B suspense, okay? And in the second case also, where should we have B suspense? This will be the only possibility for B suspense, okay? And the one that is remaining is what? That is your, I guess, horror, right? So horror will be here and horror will be here, okay? Now let's check it out, whatever is remaining, because we are getting two different cases. Now it was given that, not horror. Horror to ho chuka hai. What is remaining here? Let's check. This is not horror. Pehla kya hai aapka? What is remaining here? Let me check it. Kaun sa bach raha hai? So you can see that we are remaining with which suspense? Comedy, thriller. Thriller, suspense, comedy, tragedy and horror. So we have comedy, suspense, horror, thriller and tragedy. बचा क्या है आपका? Comedy is there, suspense is there, horror is there, thriller is there, tragedy is there. एक कुछ बचा है, romantic. Okay, yes, romantic is remaining, so romantic will be here. So this is your romantic, ठीक है? And this is also romantic. So we'll check it out now why one of the case will be eliminated, ठीक है? So yes, let's check it out. So you can see movies E and D were shown at a gap of 3 slots, that is already done. Slot number of tragedy is 3 more than this one, that is already done. F and tragedy in consecutive slots, that is done. 2 slots between comedy and thriller, done. The comedy movie was shown before thriller, done. Neither of them was first, okay. B was the suspense movie, दोनों में है. Movie C has an even number slot and A and C cannot be consecutive, okay. So C should be even and A and C cannot be consecutive. So you can see that C has to be even, so C will be here and your A will be coming here. Now in this case, in this third case, you can see we are left with only 2 slots that are odd valued. Neither of them is even. That is why this will be invalid here. Okay. So the right answer will be this one. Now how do we find out the time? Because we know that every slot is consecutive. The slots are consecutive in nature and you have found out that this is 12 to 3. That means the last must be ending at 12 and starting at 9. This one will be ending at 9 and starting at 6. Similarly here, it will be starting at 3 and this will be 6, then 6 to 9 and 9 to 12, right? So this is going to be the structure here. Ma'am, how come did you know 12 p.m. is second slot? We have taken the cases there, Shubhojit. You will see that we had taken the cases here for tragedy is equal to 3 plus 12, right? So we had taken all the possible cases. It is not necessary that it has to be the third one. You can see that we have taken the second one also for 12 to 3. Okay, so you have to consider the cases. Can we solve slot based questions by taking slot first like you? Absolutely, Sakshi. In that particular case where you have to make the slots first, you will be getting a lot of time. Now here you can see only one timing was mentioned, that is 12 p.m. and rest of the ones can be found out easily because the slot values are not different. So here it was not based on the timing, right? Whenever the question is based on timing, you will see that a lot of timing is given like 9:45 or 10:30 or 11 or 2 or something like that. So different time intervals will be mentioned in that particular question. But here you can see because we are having only, it is based on your genres and your names here and it is not based on the timing because timing was consecutive and they were of the same duration. ठीक है. मेंस में बहुत ज्यादा केसेस होते हैं, बिल्कुल बेबी मेंस लेवल है तो उसमें केसेस तो होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि हर क्वेश्चन में बहुत ज्यादा केसेस हो. वो थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी बनाने के लिए कई बार उसका नंबर ऑफ केसेस बढ़ा देते हैं, बट जनरली यू विल हैव 3 to 4 केसेस और मे बी 5 केसेस इन सम एक्सट्रीम केसेस. ठीक है. I hope this is clear to everybody. Please let me know, do we have any doubts in here? किसी को कोई डाउट हो प्लीज बताइएगा. Everybody clear with this one? Chalo. Now we'll go to question number 2. Question number 2 on your screen. A normal question here. Ma'am, there was 12 p.m. onwards is written. It can be something else. Getting confused with 12 p.m. onwards. Sakshi, 12 p.m. onwards मतलब है कि 12 p.m. पे जो शुरू हो रहा है, right? It does not mean कि 12 p.m. के बाद कोई भी slot. 12 p.m. onwards. The slot that is starting 12 p.m. onwards means that it is starting at 12 p.m. and then we have your 3 p.m. right? So वो उसमें मतलब था उसका. ठीक है. So 12 p.m. onwards मतलब जो start हो रहा है 12 p.m. पे. Okay? Chalo, quickly have a look at this question. Again, not a very difficult one, although yes, we will be having some cases in here, right? इसमें थोड़े से cases मिलेंगे 3-4. So let's check this one out. I'll give you a timer. I'll give you 4 minutes for this one. 2 minutes का timer दे रही हूँ. First of all, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Then again we'll have a 2 minutes timer, right? So check it out, guys. Beside means either left or right. Yes, that's right. So Rajan, besides means that they are neighboring each other. Okay, neighboring मतलब हो गया. You are most welcome, Sachin. Happy to be of help. I hope you guys are able to understand this question. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's try to complete this question together. Although we have some time left, but let's start with the question here because we have more questions to go, right? Hello, ma'am. Today is my first day. Can you tell me from where I start? Manya, absolutely. For this particular question, if you are talking about, we'll quickly have a look at it, right? But if you are talking in general, that from where should you start a puzzle? Okay, Sakshi has given the answer here. B, E, G. D, F, A, and then we will have C. Absolutely, Sakshi, that's the right arrangement here. Great job here, right? So, great job because we have 7%. You have missed out the last name. Actor होगा नहीं ए एक्टर तो शायद नहीं होगा चेक करते हैं ठीक है सो विल चेक इट आउट एक बार चेक करेंगे ठीक है मान्या फॉर योर क्वेश्चन दैट यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट यहाँ पर आपने क्या बोला था यू आस्क्ड दैट फ्रॉम वेयर शुड यू स्टार्ट अ पर्टिकुलर पजल राइट तो पजल को कैसे स्टार्ट करते हैं द स्टार्टिंग स्टेटमेंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर पजल्स राइट सो हियर यू शुड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू मेक द कनेक्टिंग पेयर्स का क्या मतलब होता है let's say if the for example let's say if there is a line which says that A is second to the left of B and then after a while you see that there is another line which says B is an immediate neighbor of C, then you are having C is opposite to D, so you can see there is a connectivity between two different variables, two different lines here with the help of a same variable. Okay, F will be the actor. Yes, absolutely, Sakshi. That's right. F will be the actor here. Brother is Y. Brother is lawyer. Brother is lawyer. Absolutely. Doctor is F. F is doctor. No, F actor होगा. A and A is mom. Okay, Shankar, don't worry. We'll check it out. क्या गड़बड़ हुआ है? थोड़ा सा शायद गड़बड़ है, but you are getting mostly it is right. एक बार चेक करेंगे, ठीक है? Let's have a look at this one. Let's check it out. ठीक है तो चेक करते हैं there are 7 members in a family, the professions are given and they are related to A in some particular manner. ठीक है good morning Sushmita. So let's quickly check it out what is given here. A's brother was fourth to the left of the chef. Let's write it down that brother is fourth to the left of chef, right? So 1 2 3 4 this is your 1 2 3 and this is your 4, right? So fourth to the left of chef will be something like this, right? So do not be confused between the different variables. Brother is a different variable and chef is another type of variable. Okay, so दोनों में confuse मत होना. So brother is fourth to the left of chef will be something like this. F was seated third to the right of A's wife who was seated beside the lawyer. Let's write it down. F was seated third to the right of A's wife. Let's say this is your A's wife here. ठीक है इसको हमने वाइफ बना दिया सो एफ इज थर्ड टू द राइट ऑफ एज वाइफ हु वाज सीटेड बिसाइड द लॉयर सो लॉयर कैन बी टू द इमीडिएट लेफ्ट ऑफ वाइफ और कैन बी टुवर्ड्स द राइट ऑफ वाइफ राइट सो बोथ आर पॉसिबल लेट्स कंसिडर द केस वेयर लेट्स से लॉयर इज दिस पर्सन हियर ठीक है लॉयर को मान लो हमने ये मान लिया दिस इज वन पॉसिबिलिटी. Another possibility is that let's say this is your F 1 2 3 this was the wife of A and then we have the lawyer here ठीक है तो ये भी एक केस बन रहा है Okay, so you can see both are possible here. BEG, D, FAC, absolutely Ria, that's the right answer here. Great job. So let's quickly check it out. Now it is given F was seated third to the right of A's wife, who was seated beside the lawyer, that means neighboring the lawyer. The lawyer and A's mother were seated at a gap of 3. Okay, in the second case, you can see that mother can only be towards the right of lawyer, because if you place towards the left of lawyer at a gap of 3, in the second case, we will have 9 persons in total, right? Because you can see we already have 5 persons, then a gap of 3 and then the mother. So you will have 9 persons if you place him towards the left of lawyer. So you can see that mother should be towards the right of lawyer in the second case. So 1, 2, 3, here in this case mother will be F. In the first case, that is this case here, we can have 2 possibilities. So we'll check it out. Let's say this was the case here. This was wife. ठीक है, ये आपका lawyer था. This was your F. Let's consider that we have 3 persons between lawyer and wife, lawyer and mother. So 1, 2, 3. Let's say this is the mother here. ठीक है, ये एक case बन गया. Okay, you can see that at a gap of 3 we can have like this, and we can have towards the left of lawyer as well. So 1, 2 and 3, and this is the mother here, right? So you can see these are the 3 cases till now that we are getting here, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now let's check what is given here. D was neighboring A's daughter and G, so we'll make that later. The actor was seated third to the right of E, whose neighbor was a professor. Professor was seated at a gap of 2 from A's father. A's wife was the engineer. So we know that wife is the engineer here. ठीक है, तो ये engineer है. She is an engineer and wife is an engineer. So you can see this is a fixed information. The doctor was second to the left of A. B was second to the left of lawyer. So you can see B should be second to the left of lawyer. मतलब यहाँ पर if we talk about the first case here, B will be this person here. यहाँ पर B आ जाएगा, ठीक है. So you can see that let me make it like this again. एक बार फिर से बना देती हूँ so that we get some case here. This is wife engineer. Then we have your lawyer here. Let's say this is lawyer. ठीक है. Then we have dash. This was your F. Then we had your mother at a gap of 1. ठीक है, तो ये आपका first case है. Let me remove this one here because we did not have place for B here. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा first case है. ठीक है, this is the first case, this is the second case, and this is the third case. Now let's try to place B second to the left of lawyer. In the second case, you will see that B will be here. So how many persons do you see in the second case? You can see we are having 7 persons till now. In the first case, you can have again 7 persons. You are having 7 persons in here. So you can see that we have already got the arrangement of 7 persons in both the cases. And in third cases, how many persons do you see? We already have 7 persons. So B is second to the left of lawyer will be like this. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से आ रहा है. You can see that we are having 3 different cases. Now we know the doctor was second to the left of A. Okay, and we have anything else about A? Let's check it out. Doctor was second to the left of A, and let's see, this was given here. F was seated third to the right of A's wife, who was seated beside the lawyer. Okay, so this is already done here that F was seated third to the right of A's wife. Let's check it out. Do we have anything else about all the informations that we have? ठीक है, क्या हमने सारा का सारा place कर लिया है that we have in connectivity? Let's check it out. Else, if we do not have anything that is in connectivity, that is with common variable, then we'll have to place the rest of the information one by one. ठीक है, so let's go through this once again and let's see have we missed any point here. So A's brother was fourth to the left of chef. Can we place brother and chef right now? No, that is not a possibility, because in the first case you can see brother if you place as B, then chef will be this person F, that is possibility. If you place brother as lawyer, again you can see that chef will be mother, that is also a possibility. So you can see you are not getting a fixed information based on the first hint that was given. So we'll use that later. Now what is given here? F was seated third to the right of A's wife, who was seated beside the lawyer. Lawyer and mother at a gap of 3, that is already done. D was seated neighboring A's daughter and G, that we will use later. Actor was seated third to the right of E, whose neighbor was a professor, and professor was seated at a gap of 2 from A's father. So you can see here in this particular case, that is D was seated neighboring the actor was seated third to the right of E, whose neighbor was a professor, and professor was seated at a gap of 2 from A's father. They are connected, right? So they have a common variable, that is the professor. So you can use these two informations together. Now what is given here? A's wife was an engineer. The doctor was second to the left of A. B was second to the left of lawyer. A was not the lawyer. Let's try to place this one here, that doctor was second to the left of A. Okay, so we have to place doctor second to the left of A such that A is not the lawyer. Let's check in the first case. Where can we place doctor? Can we have B as the doctor? No. Why? Because A cannot be the lawyer, right? That is not a possibility. Engineer and lawyer are already here. Can we have the doctor here? You can see yes, doctor can be here. Doctor is second to the left of A, will be like this, right? So you can see this is the case that we are getting in the first one. In the second case, can we have doctor for B? No, because A cannot be the lawyer. Can we have doctor here for the second person from the left? That is, if you place this person as doctor, you will see that A will be coming as the wife here, which is not a possibility. A cannot be his own wife. Similarly, lawyer and engineer are already there. If you place your doctor here, you will not be able to place your A. So you will see that this case becomes invalid because you cannot place your A and doctor in the second case. Third case में क्या हो रहा है? Let's check it out. That can we place our A and lawyer here? Let's check. So A cannot be the mother, right? Doctor, sorry. So if you place doctor here for mother, A cannot be placed because B is already there. If you place this person as doctor, again A cannot be the wife here. A cannot be his own wife. Similarly, if you take this person as doctor, that is B as doctor, lawyer cannot be A, that is already given. If you place your doctor here at let's say this one, then you will not be able to place your A again. So you will see that this case is also invalid because you cannot place your A and doctor as per the information that is mentioned here. So that means the first case will be the right one that you are getting. Okay, so the first one will be giving you the right answer here. I hope till here everybody is clear. Please let me know if we have any issues till here. Anybody any issues till here? Please let me know. Are we clear about this one till here? Absolutely, Ria, that is the right arrangement that you have shared, right? So now let's check out where can we have brother and chef. Let's say if we take B as the brother, then 1, 2, 3, 4, F can be the chef. And similarly, if you take lawyer as the brother, then mother can be the chef, right? So right now for this one, we can have two informations, two different possibilities. So we'll check that out later. Let's try to place D was seated neighboring A's daughter and G. So where should we place him? We know that D has to be neighboring A's daughter and G. Let's say if we place D here. Okay, if you place D here, so D is neighboring A's daughter and G. You can see that G will be coming here and daughter will be F. Okay, that is possible. And the next hint says which is related to professor, that is E should be a neighbor, right? Not this one. We'll see D ko agar place kar rahe, so you can see that D can be the doctor. That is a possibility. Similarly, if you take your D as the lawyer, again you can see that daughter can be the doctor and G can be the wife. So you can see here that if you try to take this one, that is this information, that is D was seated neighboring A's daughter and G, you will again have multiple cases. तो इससे better है कि next hint में try करते, maybe we will get only one case. Let's see. So the actor was seated third to the right of E. Let's try to find this. Actor has to be third to the right of E. Let's see if E is this person here. So E के third right में actor F हो सकता है. E के third right में actor A हो सकता है. E के third right में actor mother हो सकता है. All the things are possible. But after that also we have some connecting points here, right? E whose neighbor was a professor. So E's neighbor should be a professor here. Okay, so let's say if you place your E here at this position at lawyer, you will not be able to place the professor. That means E cannot be here, right? So E cannot be this person. So either E has to be this person here as the wife or E has to be this person here as the doctor. Okay, और E के third right में the actor should be there, so we'll use that later. Now what was given? Professor was seated at a gap of 2 from A's father. So let's say if you place your professor here, your father will be 1 to B will become the father. That is okay. और यहाँ पर अगर हमने place किया, let's say if you place this person as your professor here, you cannot, right? So let's try to make the case and then we'll understand, क्योंकि ऐसे करेंगे तो बहुत confusion हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So let's consider the case, let's make it, let's see कि क्या क्या case मिल रहा है. Do we have two cases or can we make it with the help of only one? ठीक है, तो अभी तक हमारे पास क्या है? This is your B. This was wife engineer. Who is the engineer? Then we have the lawyer here. ठीक है, फिर हमारे पास डॉक्टर है. Then we have your F, then we have your A and finally we have your mother. ठीक है, तो ये हमारे पास केसेस हैं, राइट? मदर इज अबव, कंफ्यूजन नहीं हो जाए, ठीक है? सो मदर जो है वो ऊपर लिखते हैं क्योंकि अलग वो है, एंटिटी है, ठीक है, अलग टाइप का वेरिएबल है. सो दिस इज द मदर हियर फाइनली. ओके, now let's see where can we place our E, because E has to be neighboring your lawyer. ठीक है, so E has to be neighboring your professor. Let's say this is your E here and this is your professor. This is one possibility. E can be here also. E is neighboring the professor, so you can see professor can be this person also. E के third right में we have the actor, so 1, 2, 3 F can be the actor here, you can see, right? So this is your actor. Similarly यहाँ पर 1, 2, 3 mother will be the actor, no problem. ठीक है, तो ये बन गया. क्या और दे रखा था? The actor was seated third to the right of E, whose neighbor was a professor. So E's neighbor is a professor and actor is third to the right of E. So you can see we are getting these two cases till now. Let's see whatever is remaining. Let's try to place our brother and chef wala case here. Okay? So let's see where can we place our brother in the first case. If you place your brother for B, then you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 chef as F, that is brother here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 F is the actor here. So you will see that we will not be having B as the brother, right, in the first case. If you take this person, that is the third person as brother, so this person will be brother here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 this person, that is mother, will be the chef here. Okay, absolutely, thank you so much Ramya, thank you for those kind words. In the second case, you can see where can we place our brother. You can see if you place your brother here, so 1, 2, 3, 4 we cannot have chef, right? So in the second case that you can see here, you will not be able to place your brother and chef as per the hints which are mentioned here, because you cannot take your brother here because wife is already there. So that means this case becomes invalid. So you will be getting the right answer from here. So this is giving you the right answer. Okay, I hope everybody is clear with this one. ठीक है, so you can see that we have already placed the professions here. Professions सबका place कर चुके हैं, तो A के लिए जो भी बच रहा है, A will be the banker, right? तो अपने मतलब का आदमी है, banker है. उसके अलावा we'll see that whoever is left, we will place it quickly. Now who are the ones who are left to be placed? We'll check it out. ठीक है, क्या दे रखा था? Let's see. E, whose neighbor was a professor. Professor was seated at a gap of 2 from A's father. So professor is at a gap of 2 from A's father. So doctor will be the father here. ठीक है, तो ये father हो गया. अब आपका कौन कौन बचा है? You can see that we are left with your B, we are left with your F. B और F का हमें अभी relation नहीं पता है. चेक करेंगे क्या दे रखा है. B was second to the left of the lawyer, A was not the lawyer. फिर से एक बार देख लेते हैं, कुछ शायद पॉइंट मिसिंग है, चेक कर लेते हैं. So A's brother was fourth to the left of chef, that is done. F was seated third to the right of A's wife. ये वाला बचा था, I guess. D was seated neighboring A's daughter and G. तो D is seated neighboring A's daughter and G. तो D कहाँ हो जाएगा? ये D हो जाएगा. डॉटर कौन होगा? D was seated neighboring daughter and G. So ये आपका G हो जाएगा. जो भी बच रहा है वो आपका A के बगल में यहाँ पर मदर हो जाएगी. So you can see that this person will be C and the relation that is remaining will be with your B, right? So I hope this is clear. So you can see only sister is remaining. So sister will be the professor here. This will take 10 minutes. Yes, around 10 minutes, right? So 8 to 10 minutes is the appropriate question timing for solving this one. Okay? I hope this is clear to everybody. Please let me know, do we have any doubts in this particular question? किसी को कोई doubt हो, please बताइएगा. Everybody clear with this one and everybody got the answers here? Okay, I hope everybody got the answers here. Same answer आया ना सबका? Yes, absolutely clear. Chalo, great work here. So we'll quickly go to the next question now. Next question on your screen. Let's quickly check this out, right? So let's have a look at this one. Let's try. So jaldi se try karo again another question, a good question in here because all the values are not mentioned. So check karo jaldi se that what are the hints which are given in the common points also. Absolutely. So this is the second question. I am giving you certain time here. Jaldi se isko check karo. I am giving you a timer here of 2 minutes. Then I'll increase it further. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, I'm further increasing the timer here by 2 minutes, right? So check it out. Try for the first few minutes, then we'll have a look at it at how to complete this one. Not a very difficult one. It's okay, but a tricky question you can say. मैम फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंड सेकंड जनरेशन का थोड़ा क्लियर करा दो ना. इस क्वेश्चन में कहाँ है फर्स्ट जनरेशन सेकंड जनरेशन? आप ब्लड रिलेशन में बात कर रहे हो तो फर्स्ट जनरेशन मतलब जो टॉप मोस्ट जनरेशन होता है, ठीक है. जैसे मान लो 3 जनरेशन का ट्री है तो फर्स्ट जनरेशन आपके ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स होंगे, सेकेंड जनरेशन आपके पेरेंट्स होंगे और थर्ड जनरेशन में आप खुद होगे, ठीक है. ओके, 29, 71, 35, 43, 68, 51 and 17. Sakshi has given the answer here. Okay, we'll check it out whether that's the right answer or not. एक बार check करेंगे, ठीक है? चलो let's quickly start, right? So the timer is also up. We'll have a look at this particular question. Let me come back on the screen. Let's quickly check it out. ठीक है, देखते हैं कि किस तरह से करना है. So there are 8 cricketers who are playing their maiden match in the months of January, March, April, and May, and they are playing either on the 1st or 10th of the months. That means we have 8 different dates here. That is January में 2 dates हैं, March में 2 dates हैं, April में 2 dates हैं, May में 2 dates हैं, ठीक है. Now it is given the ones who scored even number of runs were scored in a month with even number of days. So even number of months should be even number of days, right? तो मतलब अगर even number है, जैसे आपका यहाँ पर 68, you can see that there is a player who is getting 68 runs. So this 68 should be in a month with even number of days, that is your 30 days. That means this 68 should be there in April because April is the only month with even number of days. So we know that this will have even value and this will have even value. Apart from that, everything should be odd in nature. Okay. So let's quickly check it out what is given here. F scored 3 times that of the runs scored by D. So let's write it down that F is equal to 3D. ठीक है, ये हमें पता है. Okay. Now the one who scored 68 runs played at a gap of 3 from C. So you can see 68 can be this person or 68 can be this person and he is at a gap of 3 from C. So 1, 2, 3. This person can be C or this person can be C. ये दोनों positions हो रही हैं. H played the match just before the one who scored 35 runs. So let's write it down that H is immediately before 35. तो H जो है 35 से immediately before है. 43 runs were scored on 10th March. So we know that 10th March is how much? It is 43, right? So 43 is here. Now what is given? B and G are playing at a gap of 1. So we know that B and G should be playing at a gap of 1 person here. Okay? So ये भी एक information है. Okay, what is given here? G scored 4 times as that of the run scored by your F. So G is equal to 4F. तो अगर हम F की जगह पे 3D रखें, so G will be equal to how much? That will be equal to 12D. You can see here that G has to be a multiple of 12. Okay, G will be a multiple of 12 because F is equal to 3D. You can see it from the first equation here. So we have just put the value of F here. So you can see that G has to be 12 times as that of D. Okay, that is the case here. Now what is given here? There was only one person who scored less than 10 runs and he played immediately after F. ठीक है, तो F के just बाद जो person है, he has a single digit score because there is only one person who has scored less than 10. ठीक है, okay, Vinod is giving the answer here 29, 71, 35, 43, 68, 84, 21, 7. Check it out Vinod. लास्ट में रॉन्ग है, कोई बात नहीं साक्षी, चेक कर लेंगे क्या गड़बड़ हुआ है. लास्ट में ही थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम होगा. मैम ये कंफ्यूजन हो गई, बिगनिंग से कीजिए प्लीज. 68 अप्रैल क्यों? 68 अप्रैल इसलिए बिकॉज इट इज गिवन इन द मेन टेक्स्ट कि जो भी इवन वैल्यू है, राइट, वॉट एवर इज द इवन स्कोर दैट हैज टू बी देयर इन अ मंथ विद इवन नंबर ऑफ डेज. इवन नंबर डेज किस में है? 30 डेज. 30 डेज किस में है? अप्रैल में है. तो कोई भी इवन वैल्यू का अगर रन का स्कोर आ रहा है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ अप्रैल में होगा. बाकी सारी वैल्यूज आपकी 31 डेज वाले में आपका ऑड वैल्यू आएगा. तो कोई इवन वैल्यू का स्कोर है, कोई इवन स्कोर है, दैट शुड बी देयर इन अ मंथ विद इवन नंबर ऑफ डेज, दैट इज 30 डेज, दैट इज अप्रैल, एंड अदर्स विल बी हैविंग ऑड नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज. दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव टेकन द केस ऑफ 68 in April only. That is either on 1st April or on 10th April. Okay, so this is the first case that we have got. Okay, these are the two cases. Now what is given here? There was only one person who is less than 10 runs. He plays just after F. Number of persons who played after F was equal to the number of persons who played before H. H played before F. E played in March, so E will be there in March. The one who scored 71 is just after 29. Let's write it down. 71 is immediately after 29. Okay, that is one more information. Nobody scored more than 90 or less than 5. Right, less than or equal to 5. So you can see here that the values can be between 6 to 90 here. The values that they can score is between 6 to 90. ठीक है? चलो, so let's quickly check it out. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. ठीक है? The one who scored 71 was just after 29. That is done. अब check करते हैं यहाँ पर और क्या क्या हो सकता है. Number of persons. Let's check this one. Number of persons who played after F was equal to the number of persons who played before H, and H has to be before F. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पर हमें पता है कि F को हम लास्ट में नहीं रख सकते. We cannot place F in the end. Why? Because we know that it is given here that after F, the person who is immediately after F, he has the score that is less than 10, right? So F cannot be the last person here. Okay, so you can see that we can have this person here, that is number of persons after F can be like this. This is your F, this is your H, this is a possibility, right? F can be even also, you can see that this is also a possibility that F can be there on April 10th and this March 1, that is also a possibility. Similarly, April 1 is also a possibility and March 1 is also a possibility. So you will see that this hint will have multiple possibilities. So this is not the right one to place right now. And F is a multiple of 3D, that also we know. So we'll check that out later. Now let's try to place this hint here, that is H is 35. This is also mentioned in here that immediately after H we should have 35, right? So let's combine it with this one here कि H के immediately बाद we should have 35. Okay, and number of persons after F should be same as the number of persons before your H that was given here. So you can see H if you take here, so 35 will be this one because immediately after H we have 35, and in this case you will see that F will be here. Okay, now in the second case you cannot have your H here because if you take your H in the first place you will have your F at the last position, which is not a possibility. Why? Because you can see here कि ये अगर आपने F को यहाँ पर लिया at the last place, you will not have the person who is immediately after F, right? So you can see that this case that we have considered where C is on January 10th will not be the right answer. ठीक है, तो वहां पर गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Okay, everybody is getting the same answer here. Satyabrat has given the answer here C, H, E, B, A, G, F and D. Absolutely, Satyabrat, that's the right answer. Great job here. But quickly tell me what are the values here. क्या values है? Answer तो same है. Values बहुत important है. 29, 71 यही वाला सब लोग answer दे रहे हैं. So are you also getting the same answer here? We'll quickly check it out. G is 48. साक्षी check करेंगे क्या G 48 है कि नहीं. ठीक है, check करेंगे. ठीक है. So you can see that the second case becomes invalid. Sakshi, we will see. I guess G is not 48. 48 शायद नहीं होगा. We'll check it out. G अगर 48 करोगे तो D का क्या value होगा? G का अगर 48 कर दिया तो G 48, if G is 48, D will be equal to 4. Now 4 is not a possible value because nobody is less than 5, right? Less than equal to 5 नहीं है. Okay, that is not a possibility. Okay, so you can see that the second case becomes invalid. You cannot place your F and H as per the hints mentioned here. That means you have to take this case here. You have to consider this case. Now 29 and 71 कहाँ place करेंगे? You can see that 29 and 71 cannot be April 10th and May 1st because April should have even value. ठीक है, April का even value होना चाहिए. साक्षी एक बार check करेंगे. ठीक है, don't worry. F का value 15 नहीं है, 15 भी नहीं है. ठीक है, 15 नहीं है. D can take 7 and 9. Okay, we'll check it out. Dhanush, we'll see. D is 5. Is it 5? D 5 है क्या? Vinod, just have a look at the last point here. It is not just less than 5, it is less than or equal to 5, right? So equal to 5 is also not a possibility for anybody, right? So it has to be 6 or greater than 6. The values cannot be 5 or less than 5. So 5 cannot be the possible values. That is why your F cannot be your 15 also. Okay? Chalo. So we'll check it out. Let's see. So you can see here that 29 and 71 is not a possible value for April 10th and May 1st. Why? Because April 10 should have odd value. that is given here, that should have even value, that is known. So you can see that this one April 10th is not a possibility. May 1 and May 10th for 29 and 71 is again not a possibility, because immediately after F we have a person who is scoring less than 10. So you will see that 29 and 71 will be here only. This has to be your 29 and 71. Okay, you can see that this is the kind of structure we are getting right now. Okay, now let's see whatever is remaining. We'll quickly place here. Okay, now we have B and G at a gap of 1. Okay, B and G are at a gap of 1. So B and G can be here, or B and G can be here also, or B and G can be in April 10th and May 10th. So we have all the possibilities here. It's okay Sakshi, G is 12. If your G is 12, then your D will be what? देखो ये वाला equation satisfy करके देखो ना, G का value 12 होगा तो D का value तो 1 हो जाएगा. So that is not a possibility. G is 84. G is 84. राजन, अगर G 84 है तो 12 D का क्या वैल्यू होगा? 7 होगा. ठीक है, चेक करेंगे, देखेंगे अगर 84 पॉसिबिलिटी है. So 84, 7 and 21, right? 84, 7 and 21 you will be getting the values for your G, D and F. अगर आपका 84 लिया है राजन, so you will have your F as 21, right? But there is somebody else also who is having a 21 there, I guess. या फिर नहीं है, चलो चेक कर लेंगे. ठीक है, so we'll see whether 84 is a possibility or not. ठीक है, we'll see. I'm not really sure about that. We'll see. Let's see. ठीक है, इसको चेक करते हैं. अब हमारे पास देखो क्या क्या बच रहा है मैम. YH नॉट ऑन April 10th और May 1 in first case. May 10th and April 1, January 1 इसलिए नहीं लिया जयराम, because F के immediately बाद there is somebody, right? There is somebody who is immediately after F who is scoring less than 10. That is mentioned here. That is why we have not considered F on May 10th. That is not a possibility. So F cannot be the last person, because immediately after F there should be somebody who is having less than your 10 value. ठीक है, तो वो mentioned था. That is why we did not take that possibility there. Okay, so let's go through this one again. देखते हैं क्या क्या बच रहा है. We'll check it out. So F is scoring 3 times as that of D. So you can see F कहाँ पर आएगा? F तो आ चुका है 3 times as that of D. So D का क्या वैल्यू होना चाहिए? यहाँ पर देखो F का वैल्यू हमें नहीं पता. D का वैल्यू even हो सकता है. Yes, even हो सकता है. That is a possibility. We'll check it out later. Now we know that G is equal to 12D, right? So G is equal to 12D. हमें ये पता है. Now if G is a multiple of 12, you can see, right? So G is a multiple of 12. You can see that. So if you have G as a multiple of 12, that means it is an even number, because it is a multiple of 12. So where should we place our G? G can either be there on April 1 or G can either be there on April 10th. But April 1 is 68 and 68 is not a multiple of your 12. That is why your G will be here. So this person will be G here. Okay. So 6 and 7 possible नहीं होगा. Check कर लेंगे. ठीक है, देख लेंगे baby day. Dhanush, D is 7. So G is 84. F is 21. Okay, we'll check it out. ठीक है, उसको check करेंगे. This one, that is the relation between F, G and D is the one that is the most important part here. ठीक है. So we'll check it out. Yes, 9 is not possible because G will go to 108. That's absolutely right, Vinod. 90 से ज़्यादा it's not possible. ठीक है. So let's quickly check here. So G should be odd. नहीं, G odd नहीं होगा धनुष. You can see that G is equal to 12D. तो अगर G 12D है, if we know that G is equal to 12D, so you can see that G is a multiple of 12, right? G is a multiple of 12. That means it is always an even number, because 12 में तो 2 होता ही है, so it will always be an even number. It can be 12, it can be 24, it can be 36, 48, कुछ भी हो सकता है, कोई भी मल्टीपल होगा, but it will always be an even value. See, ठीक है, so you can see here that G will be coming at a even position, that is your April 10th. Now you can see April 10th will be for G. Now D has to be what? D has to be a value that is, let's say 1, 2, 3, कुछ भी हो सकता है, लेकिन even value होना चाहिए G का. देखो, this is an even value. Okay, you can see here that this is an even value. So what should be the value of D? D can be anything. 1 ले लोगे तो भी even होगा, 2 ले लोगे तो भी even होगा. So D can be there on even also, D can be there on odd also. But you cannot take your D here. Why cannot be 35, 43 or 68? Because we know that none of the runs was greater than 90. So you cannot take D as 35, 43 and 68. So you will see that D will be this person on May 10th. ठीक है, तो D जो है वो आपका May 10th पे आ जाएगा. How G was 12D? Because we know that F was equal to 3D and G was equal to 4F. ये हमें पता था ना साक्षी. देखो F was equal to 3D ये फर्स्ट लाइन में दे रखा था और यहाँ पर दे रखा था कि G जो है वो 4F के बराबर है. तो यहाँ पर हमने F की जगह पे 3D रख दिया, F का वैल्यू प्लेस कर दिया, राइट. सो वी हैव जस्ट प्लेस द वैल्यू हियर, दैट इज G is equal to 4 into 3D. So 4 into 3D gives you 12D. Okay, I hope this is clear now, Sakshi. So that is why G will be 12D here. So you can see that G, F and D will be coming here. So now you have placed your G. You can place your B also because B and G were coming at a gap of 1. So this will be your B here. ठीक है, तो ये B हो गया. आगे चेक करते हैं क्या दे रखा है. We'll quickly check it out. I hope this is clear to everybody till here. D should be odd because it is in a month which has odd days. Absolutely, Sujata, you can see here that because D is coming in a month with this one, that is, it is having a odd value, right? So 31 days are there. So it must be having a value that is odd in nature, right? It cannot be 6, it cannot be 8, it cannot be 10 and so on, right? So it should be odd. तो odd nature होगा तो उसको check करेंगे. So you can see here that we have utilized H35. So let's remove it. We have utilized B and G. Let's remove it. We have utilized 29 and 7. We have to remove it. ठीक है. आगे check करते हैं what is remaining. Now let's see what are the persons. Who are the persons who are left to be placed? You can see we are left with E and we are left with A. तो E और A बचा है. E आपका मार्च में था. So this will be your E here and A will be this person. So you can see that we have placed all the persons here. Yes, D cannot be 9 because in that case G will become more than 90. Absolutely, Momita, that's right. Okay. So now let's consider the runs scored by G, F and D. The only thing here that is very, very tricky is the scores by G, F and D. Okay, we know that G is equal to 12D, right? This is known here that G is equal to 12D. You cannot take your D less than or equal to 5. That is not a possibility. So the next number that you can place has to be greater than 5. Now 6 or 8 is not a possibility. Why? Because we know that D cannot be even, because we know that D is on May 10th. ठीक है, तो D जो है वो May 10th पे है. That means its value has to be odd. Okay, तो D का value odd होगा. So you will see that the next value can be 7 or 9. Right, 7 or 9 लेंगे. But अगर 9 ले लिया, so 9 into 12 is how much? This is equal to 108, which is greater than 90. That is why this is not a possibility. तो ये possible नहीं होगा. You have to take your D as 7. So D must have scored 7. G must have scored 12 times as that of D. So 12 into 7 is 84. So 84 will be there for G. You can see. So this is your 84. And finally, F is equal to 3 times of D. That is equal to 21. Okay, I hope this is clear to everybody. Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Anybody, any doubts? Please let me know. Are we clear with this question? So the only tricky part here was this one. That is, how do we calculate the values of your F, G and D? Everybody clear with this one? Everybody clear? Chalo. So I hope you guys understood the questions here that we had for today. You liked the questions here. In case you have any difficulties or any other problems, you can always feel free to talk to me over Telegram. Okay. And also we have one homework question for you. So this is for your homework. So quickly try this out, right? Easy sa question and nothing that is very tricky. Check it out, right? So this is a homework question. You can absolutely mention the answer in the comment section. तो कमेंट सेक्शन में इसका अरेंजमेंट बना के बता देना, ठीक है. सो आई होप यू गाइज एंजॉयड टुडेज सेशन. इन केस you have any doubts, you can always feel free to reach out to me on Telegram. All those who are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe the channel. And yes, if you like the session, do push the like button and share it with your friends. Again, tomorrow we will be having some new pattern questions, right? So do stay tuned to Oliveboard. We are having regular sessions at 11 a.m. for your means, and at 7 p.m. today I have your inequality session. So inequality, good questions from there for your means examinations again, right? So do check it out in the evening. Okay, so chalo, I'll again see you at 7 p.m. today. So thank you so much, guys. Please take care, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you soon with another session very soon. So thank you so much, guys. Please take care. Thank you.